Well, big names and big money are being thrown around on the international art market. More than $1 billion of artwork was auctioned off in New York just in 2 days. Among them is Jeff Koons' Balloon Dog, which sold for, get this, $58 million. It's the most expensive work sold by a living artist. But that wasn't the only world record broken. Zulekha and Nathoo is here to take us through what's happening on the international art market. So first off, tell us about the biggest sale of the week.
Yeah, so the big one, without question, was the Francis Bacon. So this was a triptych painting, so a 3-panel piece of art by the late British painter Francis Bacon. There it is there. And the story behind this was part of the reason why it sold for so much. A staggering $142 million, which makes it the most expensive piece of artwork ever auctioned anywhere in the world. Just to give you an idea of how intense the bidding was, it started at $85 million, and there were 7 bidders. And it became so intense, one of the bidders actually said she was bidding for someone on the phone. She was only able to get 1 bid in, and she barely could get her hand up to get in there. So that gives you an idea of just how intense that fighting really was. But this is a portrait by an artist, obviously, of an artist. And that's partly why it's so rare. And because it was 3 panels, they had actually been owned by 3 different people and came together, which made it even more of a rarity. And it's called 3 Studies of Lucian Freud. So that was interesting. But the big question is, what is going on? I mean, with this one, with the Koons that you mentioned, and this is one of the art experts that we spoke to. This is what he said. He said that, yes, the economy is getting stronger, but it's also, there are just more billionaires in the world now than before. In fact, since 2009, it looks like investment and purchases in contemporary art around the world has gone up, according to some, by 2,000%. That is a large exponential amount. And not only that, but people see this not only as an investment, but also as a status symbol as well. So let's hear a little bit more about him, talking about the very general profile of who these buyers are.
Their collections, but what we're finding now, and there is more and more almost mystery surrounding it, is when you really do open it up to global collectors. There can be a collector in Russia or in Asia or Brazil or all of these countries where they may not be known, and in some cases, as we know in the past, it's not always exposed exactly who the collector is who acquires these incredible works.
Okay, so he was talking about a lot of countries there. What's the Canadian art market like?
Canadian art is a little bit different, and it's interesting to watch because unlike a lot of other countries, especially in Europe, Canadian art for the most part, not all of it, but a lot of it is purchased by Canadians. And that means, according to him, that the rise in price has been quite a bit more reasonable, more responsible, as he describes it, than with other pieces of art. If you look at this one right here, this one is a Tom Thomson, and this is set to go on an online auction this week, and it is actually estimated to be valued at between $200,000 and $250,000. So that is a lot. But the reason why is it's because it's one of the few portraits that Tom Thomson has ever done, which just speaks to the fact that when there is a rare piece of art in Canada, buyers will go for it. But in general, prices have not been the exact same as they would be elsewhere in the world with those larger artists. But over time, over the last several decades, definitely prices for Canadian art have been going up as well.
Oh, very interesting. Thanks for this, Zulekha.
You're welcome.